Coming up on Sportsource, one Georgia fan hasn't missed a home game in 47 years. His incredible streak up next. And what does G-Day really mean for students at UGA? Plus, everyone knows where G-Day is being held, but how is everyone preparing for it? We tell you the food spots that have most traveling fans clamoring to go to. Sportsource starts now. Welcome to a special edition of Sportsource. I'm your host, TJ French. On today's show, we take a deep dive into G-Day. G-Day is Georgia's annual spring football scrimmage, held this Saturday at Sanford Stadium at noon. Today, we'll break down how the game works, what fans should watch for, what it means to Bulldog Nation, and where the crowd heads once the action wraps up. Before we get started, you may notice we're dressed a little more casually than usual. That is because for our annual G-Day show, it is officially Logo Amnesty Day. In the sports media program, sports logos normally are not allowed on set. But for this special show, Professor Lawson has lifted that rule, and we are taking full advantage of it. So yes, we may look a little more relaxed today, but that is part of what makes this show fun. For this one, we are not just reporters and analysts, we also get to be fans. Joining me now are Sportsource analysts Will Morrison and Charlie Lacey. Let's get into it. Charlie, before we get into the details, what do spring games like G-Day actually mean for college programs?
Spring games are one of the most important checkpoints in the offseason for college football teams. After weeks of practice, installing schemes, and developing younger players, this is the first real chance for coaches to evaluate everyone in a live setting. We're talking about a roster of 50 to 60 players, with younger guys and early enrollees getting some of their first extended reps in a game-like environment. This is where position battles start to take shape. Whether it's quarterback, receiver depth, defensive rotations, or coaches are using this to make decisions that will carry into the fall. So while fans may see entertainment, for the staff, this is about measurable evaluation.
And specifically for Georgia, what is G-Day at its core?
At its core, G-Day is a glorified scrimmage. It's designed to look like a game, but winning isn't the goal. Evaluation is. Coaches are focused on execution, consistency, and how players respond in live situations. Every snap is about learning something new about the roster, whether that is decision-making, communication, situational awareness, or pure athleticism.
Will, how are the teams actually set up?
The biggest difference is the use of split squads. The roster is divided, and you'll often see the number one offense going up against the number one defense, with second units matching up as well. That balance is key because coaches want to evaluate players against equal competition. It also gives younger players more meaningful reps, which is critical for development heading into the season.
Charlie, what are controlled situations and why do they matter?
This is where G-Day really becomes a coaching tool. Coaches can adjust the down and distance, repeat plays, and create very specific scenarios, such as multiple 3rd and 7 situations or red zone reps inside the 20. You might see a quarterback put in multiple 3rd and long situations just to see how they handle pressure. Those are high-impact situations that often decide real games, so coaches want to see how players execute under pressure. It's not random, it's intentional. Every situation is designed to evaluate a specific skill.
Will, why does G-Day sometimes look different from a normal game?
That comes down to modified rules. You'll see limited contact, quarterbacks protected, and sometimes plays stopped early. The clock may run differently too, and certain situations won't follow standard rules. All of that is done to keep players healthy while still getting valuable reps.
And Charlie, what should fans actually be watching for?
Watch it like a coach, not a fan. Don't focus on the score, focus on position battles, decision-making, and execution. Look at who's getting reps with the first team, who's consistent, and who looks comfortable in the system. That's what the coaching staff is evaluating, and that's what will shape the team going into the fall.
Thanks, Charlie and Will, for that insight. Looking forward to watching G-Day the smart way. Coming up on Sportsource, what would it take to attend every home game for 47 straight years? We'll find out next on Sportsource. Up next on Sportsource, how are students feeling about this weekend's game? Is it just another Saturday? The details when Sportsource returns. Welcome back to Sportsource. Rain or shine, win or lose, one Georgia fan has been in the stands every single home game for almost half a century. Sportsource reporter Carly Smith joins us now with more on the story.
For most fans, game day is a tradition, but for one Georgia supporter, it's a commitment that has lasted more than a decade. I sat down with journalism professor Keith Herndon, who hasn't missed a single home game in 47 years. Here's what we learned about how he keeps his streak alive.
When did your streak start, and what keeps you going to all of them?
Okay, well, I started in 1979 when I first became a student at UGA. Not a great season that year, but I think the following year, in '80, we won the national championship. and that kind of planted football in my psyche. And so I've had a perfect home game attendance since then. So last season completed 47 straight years without missing a home game. Added it up, that's 290 total games.
Wow. What has there ever been like a chance that you almost missed one?
Oh yeah, several times. I did go to a game once with a fever. I also had, family things and obligations, but I've always been able to work around them and make it to the game.
So what is it about being in the stadium versus watching it at home?
Oh, there's just nothing like, when Baba O'Reilly plays and the team comes out, and, it's just phenomenal. I think I still get goosebumps when the trumpet player plays the solo. The mascot mausoleum, just the whole thing, that is the energy in the stadium. It's just incredible.
Have you ever had close relationships with players, coaches, anything like that?
Oh, sure. I mean, as a professor, I've had several former players, in my classes. Chris Conley comes to mind. Chris is after multiple years in the league, I think almost 10 years in the NFL, he's back doing his MFA degree here. Rodrigo Blankenship comes to mind as one of my former students as well. So yeah, there's been a lot of players that I've known over the years.
Is there one game that sticks out above all?
Well, there's many, but if I had to pick one, it was beating Tennessee at home with Stetson Bennett as a quarterback, and that game rained in the second half, but the fans did not leave. We were louder and prouder in the second half, even with the rain coming down, and that leading to a national championship was an incredible experience to be in the stadium for that.
Awesome. And then finally, what about G-Day that you like specifically?
Well, I don't go to all of the G-Day games in total confession, but I think G-Day is a chance to think about what's coming up. What are we going to have for the next season? And now in this era of transfers and NIL, it's always good to kind of take a look at G-Day to see, what our roster is going to look like. And now that they've eliminated the spring portal window, we know coming out of spring practice mostly what our depth chart's going to look like, and that allows us fans to start focusing on what the upcoming season's going to be. I'm thinking we have a real shot at the Natty this year.
Is there a home game you're more excited about than others coming up this fall?
Oh yeah, this year Oklahoma. I've got that one circled on my calendar. If anybody checks my resume, they know my master's degree is from OU, but I bleed red and black, and I was at the Rose Bowl several years ago, back in 2017, when we beat Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl to go to the national championship. And that was, I guess, Kirby's second year. That was an incredible experience. So having Oklahoma come between the hedges, that's going to be a really big game for me.
As G-Day kicks off another season of Georgia football, fans like Herndon prove tradition never really stops. Back to you, TJ.
We've heard from one lifelong fan, but what do the students think? Joining us now is Sportsource reporter Ashley Johnston, who asked students on campus about their thoughts on G-Day and what it means to them.
Spring in Athens, Georgia can only mean one thing. G-Day is back. For Georgia Bulldog fans, it's more than just a spring game, it's a tradition. But what does G-Day really mean to the people who show up year after year? I hit campus to find out.
Okay, what does G-Day mean to you?
As a senior, G-Day means one last time to celebrate with my friends and be in Sanford before we graduate.
Okay, what does G-Day mean to you?
G-Day to me is the last time I get to cheer in the stadium, so it's just about taking in all the memories.
What does G-Day mean to you?
G-Day to me means celebrating the dogs and getting excited for the next school year.
What does G-Day mean to you?
G-Day to me means getting together one last time as seniors in the stadium and just getting to spend quality time with each other.
Okay, what does G-Day mean to you?
I'm a freshman. I don't know what that is. What was G-Day?
You don't know what G-Day is?
No.
It's our spring game. It's Saturday.
Cool.
Whether it's about football, family, or just the feeling of being back in Sanford, one last time, one thing's clear. G-Day means something a little different to everyone. But at its core, it's all about one thing, being a part of Bulldog Nation.
Coming up on Sportsource, G-Day may end in Sanford Stadium, but in Athens, the celebration is just beginning. We're showing you where the crowds go when the game is over. Don't go away. Welcome back to Sportsource. G-Day is best known for its exciting energy brought by the players and the fans, and a preview of what is to come for next season. But how are the fans fueling themselves to bring the energy? For more on this, we have Sportsource reporter Brooks Thomason joining us now to bring us the tray. Brooks, what did you learn?
TJ, for 85 years, Georgia has celebrated G-Day in bringing the fans just one way that is special. However, how have the fans fueled themselves to bring the energy Coach Smart needs? We hit the streets of downtown Athens for a couple of fan favorite spots.
Downtown Athens. Whether it's foot traffic, car traffic, or even parking traffic, Athens is a load of events. But one event stands out this Saturday. G-Day. G-Day marks Georgia's spring football game, celebrating the coming of next season and bringing all the fans together at Sanford Stadium. But for some, there's a bigger event beyond the game. Because once the game ends, the question becomes simple. Where are you eating? For some, it's a full sit-down meal, a chance to unwind, refuel, and break down the day over a plate that's just as carefully planned as the game itself.
My favorite place to eat after a game would be a 5-bar. You got to get the Uptown Shrimp. It's the best appetizer. Then get the ribeye to eat, but get the fries in a separate basket. That way the fries don't get soggy underneath the steak juices.
For others, it's all about a comfort meal, something quick, familiar, and well-earned after hours, even in the stands.
Probably Tres Amigos. They have really good margs. The ACP always hits after the game.
For some students, it even includes the dining hall. In Athens, G-Day just doesn't bring fans together for football. It brings them together at the table. From 5-bar to fan favorite staples across downtown, one thing's certain. After G-Day, the dogs eat. Reporting for Sportsource, I'm Brooks Thomason.
Whether it may be easy access to dining, going out to a bar, or having a nice sit-down meal, Dog Nation knows the best spots in town. TJ, back to you.
Brooks, great stuff. No matter where they go, it is clear Bulldog fans are making sure they are fueled up and ready to bring that energy to Sanford Stadium. Stay with us. Sportsource wraps up after the break. Welcome back to Sportsource. Not only is today a special show, it is also our final show of the semester. There are 2 sections of the Sportsource class here at UGA. Last week, Section 1 said their goodbyes. This week, it is our turn. Joining me on set is the entire class. We want to take a moment to say thank you to all the athletic directors, coaches, and student athletes who trusted us to tell their stories. We also want to thank Professor Lawson for his guidance and feedback, and the entire sport media faculty here at UGA, including Professor Michaelis, Professor Suggs, Professor Finley, Professor Amy, Professor Young, Professor Johnston, and Professor Jones. Thank you for helping us grow as storytellers and as professionals. For many of us, graduation is just a few weeks away. For others, we will be back here at UGA continuing the journey. But no matter where we go this semester, this show, and the experiences we have shared here on Sportsource are always something we will always carry with us. For one last time as a group, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Reporting for Carmichael Sport Media Institute, I'm TJ French. Thanks for watching.